Okay, I need you to take your shirt off.
A convicted sex offender is back in jail after detectives say he was lurking around a store and did the unthinkable.
So I think I got a legit sexual assault here on a 6-year-old. I'm at Five Below.
I take you inside the investigation and the hunt for Robert DeWeese and the circumstances surrounding his arrest on sex crimes charges and his checkered past. I'm Angenette Levy, and this is Crime Fix. Robert DeWeese is used to spending time behind bars, unfortunately. He's a 37-year-old man, and he's a convicted sex offender. Earlier this year, he was released from prison, and I'll get into exactly why he was there very shortly. The allegations in this case are incredibly disturbing, so I just want to warn you about that. The prosecutor in Warren County, Ohio, outside of Cincinnati, says that Robert DeWeese was out of prison for a very short time before he reoffended. It was February 6, 2026, when the call came in about a man touching a 6-year-old girl in the restroom of a Five Below store. It's one of those stores where you can get stuff for under $5. It's just after 3:15 when a deputy walks into the store to investigate.
Hello. You the one who's called?
Yeah.
All right, what can I help you out with?
So we came to get some items here.
Okay.
For a piano.
Okay.
She had to go to the bathroom. We took her back to the bathroom.
Okay.
She had to go really bad. She had an accident. So
Okay.
I locked the door. I told her to lock the door behind me, and
Okay.
I went out to the clothing area to see if they had any kid clothes to help because I don't have take a backpack or anything.
Okay.
She says a man knocked on the door,
Okay.
came in, and touched her.
Okay.
And then after she yelled at him,
We can go somewhere. If you want to keep it, we can go somewhere else.
I'm the manager.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But yeah, after she yelled at him, that he left.
Okay.
I believe I may know which gentleman it was, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm just going to let her.
Okay.
Yeah.
The victim, the 6-year-old little girl, goes on to describe the man who her mom says knocked on the bathroom door. This child is describing how the man wearing a black jacket touched her privates.
I'm pretty sure also, if you look at the footage when we walked in, I think the guy that she's describing is the same guy that held the door for us when we entered.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So.
And that's why I questioned you when you first came in, because I didn't know if it was something that happened in the parking lot.
Yeah,
because that's like our cameras don't go to the car.
Yeah, no,
that's why
it's fine. I was
something
just
happened, and then you said the restroom. So
obviously
I was like,
I'm a little distraught.
No, absolutely, as you should be. Do you have a driver's license?
I do. Yeah.
Do you know if her clothes were on or off?
Her pants were down.
Okay. No.
Yeah, because
okay.
I mean, her pants are still wet, but she put
Okay.
them on because
Okay.
she's
Okay.
uncomfortable now.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have any problem filling out a statement for me?
I'll fill out a
and then we'll
statement.
watch the video and we'll
100%.
go.
Yeah, whatever
Perfect.
you need.
Feel comfortable doing it here? You want to go out to my car?
I can do it here.
Okay. All right. Just give me a second. I'm gonna get all that for you. Okay. Are you? Do you have access to the cameras, or
Yes, I do.
would you? Okay. All right. Once she gets done with the statement,
Yeah.
if we're able to look at
Yeah,
that, that'd
that's
be
fine.
fabulous.
Yeah, my district manager is actually looking at it right now.
Okay. So I'll check with Kohl's, see if they got some cameras and stuff.
Yeah,
I know that they got some pretty good
they
cameras.
got them for the parking lot. Ours
Correct.
don't reach out as far as to the
Okay.
parking lot. So
Yeah, okay.
just like right here from the sidewalk, but we
Okay.
can see right there on that one. That's what I see in the back.
No, I got
The
you.
one up here. So
Okay.
It's as far as our parking lot goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then are you guys would provide me a copy of that today, or possibly?
They usually take a picture, don't they? Or we make a copy of that, or do you know?
April 20 criminal warrant service.
Whatever you're able to, I guess, and then we can always come back.
Yeah, corporate
Okay.
can make a copy.
All right, perfect.
April 20.
Yeah.
Here's the Indian Hill Rangers, the DP Sharonville, 4001 Hawk Road.
Yeah, because she's looking, I would start at like 2 o'clock. She came in the door and she said like at 2:50. So,
Okay, cool.
yep.
Fair 1526.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I sure will. Thank you. Oh, you're good?
No, I appreciate your cooperation.
The deputy goes back outside. He knows it's time to call in a detective and other deputies.
Hey, you working? Okay, so I think I got a legit sexual assault here on a 6-year-old. I'm at Five Below. Long story short, girl goes in the bathroom because she urinated on herself. Guy follows her into a bathroom. He knocks on the door. Little girl opens up the door with her pants down, and she says that she points to her and says, "This is where he touched me." Mom and dad are here. They got the store locked up. Have mom working on a statement right now. Do you want her pants or anything? I doubt you'd be able to get any DNA. There was no, from the way that I understood it, no penetration from or anything like that. It was a hand touch. I'm working on it. What's that? So, what? Because dad's in there right now changing her out. With about 2:50 is when they walked in the store. I got the time of call. Let me see. I'm out in my car and I got mom working on the statement. Time of call was 15:07. So within the last 40 minutes. They believe that he was the same guy because it's coming from a 6-year-old, but like I said, she's pretty descriptive. They believe that the guy actually held the front door open for them, so they came in at the same time. Okay. All right. Yeah, so the time, I'll get all that here in a little bit. I just didn't know what else you wanted me to get. So.
If they have outside cameras?
They do not. So, however, I'm going to check with Kohl's, see what they've got, and then kind of go from there.
The deputy and the detective discuss having the 6-year-old girl examined at the local children's hospital so a sexual assault exam can be conducted by a nurse. Unthinkable that something like this has to be done for a child.
You have her close? Yeah, I'm gonna. So, here's what I would like you guys to do now. Is, if you don't mind, her pants should be fine. They're the ones, even if they're wet, that's fine. No, it's fine. Yeah, we'll shove those in there. Is there underwear in there also? No, you're fine. After this, if you guys are able to go to Cincinnati Children's or Dayton Children's, and then ask for a SANE kit. Basically it's a rape kit, and they can see if there's any like penetration or especially DNA. That's what they're swabbing for. That's why I'm collecting this. She's pretty specific about what was going on. Is what it all comes down to. So, with that being said, so we're going to test this for DNA. That was the detectives that we were talking to. So, I just kind of want to let you know, if you're able to do that, that would be great. And then we're going to be able to pick up that evidence from, we'll be able to get it from there. But it'll just kind of, if there is any DNA, they'll be able to get it. Like I said, basically it's a sexual assault rape kit. What it comes down to.
While the task of collecting evidence is underway, the next step is trying to identify the person who did this to the girl.
Did you happen to see? I know. Did you see the guy come in here at all? No.
I've had very few people in here today.
Okay.
So
Except for right now.
Right. Yeah.
The manager and the deputy walk to the back of the office where they can look at the store's security camera system.
Here. New Burlington Road.
250 they got in the store, so.
943, that's clear. I did advise all. Every case, 20 minutes. 943, that's the one. Good. Children's.
Is that the only restroom you guys have here?
Mm-hmm.
These two?
Yeah, these two.
Okay. And you don't know which whether there's a right or left?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, because we don't want to see this if we're back here. So.
Okay.
And if we have this one up, because we have 12 of them on there.
Okay.
Clear 1552. No worries.
So they said they got in the store about 250.
That's about what they said. Yeah,
Okay.
and then
And
basically they walked around the store for
Right.
just a little bit of time, and then daughter said that she needed to use the restroom.
Right.
The deputy and the store employees continue to look through the video to find the man the girl and her mother described.
What?
There we go. Hold
Yeah,
on.
there she
All right,
is.
so that's at what?
That's her.
2:58. Mom goes into the restroom.
Yep.
Also, if we need to request a clip, we can go to the Raven camera system and request from a salt and pepper, salt and pepper, will be shipped to the store.
Are you able to slow that down at all?
I do remember seeing that guy. Yes, we have to get on cards.
All right.
So you can,
I don't know, Bobby. You want to shoot real good with this thing better than I do?
What's that's about what approximately
3:01?
Yeah, if you can go back just a little bit. I didn't see Mom leave, so if
Yeah,
we're
I
able
didn't either.
if we're able to watch from the time, if slow it down a little bit, just in real time.
And then, if by chance if that's the only person that's there, that guy did get kind of shady when he came in here.
Okay, so right there, about 3 o'clock, Mom leaves. Is that right? Or that's when they're going in
They're
there?
going in, I think.
and I'm gonna slow it down.
Okay.
It's not going full.
No, that's fine.
And what time did you say that was about?
All right, pause it right there.
Yep.
That's about 3 o'clock. She exits.
Yeah.
The coat stuff's still in there.
Yeah, her coat. So she's in black. I can back that up just a little bit for you.
No, I'm just gonna put approximately. That's when she goes. Okay. Well, but we still haven't seen the mail yet. So she's leaving the restroom at approximately 3,
Yeah.
and then I'm assuming she re-enters.
And then there's also a camera that faces that hallway also.
Okay. All right. Then all right.
Okay.
And then Mom returns. The daughter's wearing fully clothes, right?
Yeah, full clothes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
and then
That's within seconds, isn't it?
Yes. You took the floor.
So Mom's in there, and the daughter's in there, and also
that was 3:58. That was 3:45.
Yeah.
And within seconds.
yeah. So yeah, I'm just writing down some stuff here.
Right now, they clearly have the suspect walking toward that bathroom door, but what they really need is his face. Then comes the big aha moment.
Yeah, it's kind of sketchy. See? Yep. Right.
HAM 18,
Yeah.
and watch.
See, there you go.
If you can print off that would be absolutely fabulous to get us started
Yeah,
wise.
right.
You know what's crazy?
I mean, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go. We'll do this.
Yeah, I was gonna say the last people that was here for that, they just took a picture.
I'm going to also take a picture this way.
The mother of the victim said she told her daughter she would use a special knock when she returned with new pants for her. Listen to this part where the Five Below employees and the deputies see the suspect hanging around the restroom.
I mean, you would assume that he saw both of them go in there.
Right. Exactly. That's what.
I mean, because he's there within seconds.
Right. Yeah, and he was there right as Mom went in behind her. People are so freaking creepy nowadays, I swear to God. It's right open heart. Civil work.
He's got his hand down his pants right there too.
Yeah.
He's listening.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He's listening at the door.
Okay, so.
And so basically 3:02, she's out the door.
I see her reaching in somebody's purse.
All right, so that's 3:02. What was that? 3:02. He returns. You can pause it for a second here. If you don't mind, I'm just going to it looks like he knocked and then grabbed door handle. Would you agree?
Yeah.
And he looks at the camera again. Oh! Oh! Jeez, oh. So yeah, that's weird that he knows what he's doing, but yet he's still looking at cameras and
So
stuff.
he did grab the door handle.
Yeah, he knocked several times. I mean, like walking by.
Yep, he's
So, enters. Okay, good. Oh, so what? 0. What time did he actually get? It was about what, 3:02, 44.
So it was about 30.
He's totally in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Yep.
About 44, yeah.
The mother of the victim was out of the restroom for less than a minute before the suspect is accused of using the secret knock to get into the bathroom. Now the search is on for the man who looked straight at the camera. Several hours pass, and somehow the deputies identify the man in the surveillance video as Robert DeWeese. They find out where he's been living and surround the place.
That back light turned on and now it's back off. So there's people in both of these.
T. Baker, 41, I hang up at the 11 people.
That back light back there, closest to our corner, it turned on and now it's back off.
One day.
Robert DeWeese, the suspect, is living at a house with his brother. DeWeese just got out of prison 3 days earlier. A group of deputies down the street finds Robert DeWeese. They put him in cuffs and load him into a cruiser.
I love you,
You
Daniel.
got a good pat down?
I love you, Daniel.
You got anything on you?
No, not that I know of. Nothing
Not
bad.
that you know of?
Nothing like drugs or anything illegal. I might have like money in there. I don't know what.
Money?
I'm not sure about. I think I don't have nothing.
Any
but-
knives?
No, nothing.
Guns?
Nothing illegal. Nothing. Like, I'm sitting there having a piece of paper or something, or maybe. I love you. Or can I say I love you, my brother?
About 2026 W.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just juice thinking. His wife was making stuff so I could have lunch and everything. What the heck did I do? I don't know.
Good.
Like we said, we got somebody that's getting ready to come in and talk to you, okay?
John Edward Sands,
I love you, Daniel. Can you try to help me figure out what's going on? I don't know what's
Spread
going
your feet out.
on. Sorry.
You good?
You're clear. Any unit close to Edward.
I was just in there and come back with covers or something.
We'll lift this hat off.
Sorry.
You're clear.
That's what the covers, that's it.
Good? Your side good? My side. Go in. Yep. Alright, good.
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Sorry.
Robert DeWeese, he's been in big trouble in the past, and he's a sex offender. He's just the kind of person that you would want to look up on truthfinder.com. Truthfinder is one of the largest websites for searching public records. We use it all of the time here on Law and Crime to research cases, and you can use Truthfinder too. Type in a name to find addresses, the criminal history of the people you're searching, and much more. It's our go-to tool here at Law and Crime. We use it all of the time. Robert's criminal convictions for gross sexual imposition and voyeurism show up on Truthfinder. With a Truthfinder subscription, you get unlimited confidential searches to check on new neighbors, vet people you meet online, or find someone to reconnect with. You can even look up registered sex offenders like Robert who live near you and do background searches on yourself. Stay informed, stay safe, check public records with Truthfinder now at truthfinder.com/LCCrimeFix. Robert DeWeese, fresh out of prison where he served time for gross sexual imposition, is on his way back to jail. And in the alleged incident at the Five Below, DeWeese will be charged with gross sexual imposition again. The allegation is eerily similar to the offense DeWeese had been serving time for in prison. In fact, Robert DeWeese has conviction for sex offenses in Ohio dating back to 2007. In June 2021, DeWeese was charged with gross sexual imposition, a probable cause affidavit stated. On June 4th, 2021, an 11-year-old girl and her mother were at a Dollar Tree in Lancaster, Fairfield County, Ohio. The girl reported that the suspect, later identified by both the girl and her mother by photo array as Robert DeWeese, followed her and her mother around the store while talking to himself. The girl stated while waiting in line, DeWeese began to rub her back and tell her she was pretty. DeWeese then began to rub her buttocks and thigh area. Both the girl and her mom gave a detailed description of the perpetrator. Lancaster police developed DeWeese as a suspect, and the girl and her mom identified DeWeese as the perpetrator via photo array. So what I just described is what DeWeese was serving time for, and a spokesperson for the Ohio Department of Rehabilitation and Corrections told me that DeWeese had violated the terms of his probation back in 2024, and he had done so several times for that offense and ultimately ended up in prison.
Just stand up. I'm just going to check these and make sure they're not going to tighten up on you. Well, they're going to move on you. They're not just going to stay in one spot, right?
Yes, sir.
Go back out to my car, okay?
All right. What's please interceptor mean?
Just the type of car it is. Sitting right here by his back tire.
It's like a lot faster than the regular.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
No, have a seat.
All right.
Right, watch your knee.
So back to the current situation. DeWeese ended up in a familiar place, back in a jail jumpsuit and behind bars, taking orders from guards.
Okay, I need you to take your shirt off. I need you to hand it to Officer Kennedy. I need you to take your shirt off and hand it to Officer Kennedy.
I thought you guys were going to beat me up or something.
No.
I didn't know that.
We're just seizing the rest of your property that you came in. Get a little bit fast. The same one or different?
We'll do it different. All different.
You need to take your pants. And Officer Kennedy?
Yep.
1 moment.
I'm sorry.
Need your underwear. And Officer Kennedy. Dressing? Yeah, you can dress. Okay. Who?
Thank you.
Did he go out? I mean, it's a valid question.
Okay, we're finished here?
Yep.
Yeah. Walk this way. All right. You're gonna have a seat in that gray chair right there. That's you. Sit tight. Don't get up. Take you down. The doors for me. Doors.
Robert DeWeese was booked into the jail on that gross sexual imposition charge, but that was just the beginning. He was later indicted on 2 counts of rape, 2 counts of gross sexual imposition, 1 count of kidnapping, and 1 count of abduction. There are specifications that come with the charges. The grand jurors found that DeWeese is a sexually violent predator.
This is the state of Ohio versus Robert DeWeese, case number 26CR43390.
The lawyer representing DeWeese entered a not guilty plea on his behalf recently as the prosecutor asked for a high bond.
Your Honor, first and foremost, I would ask that the court issue a no contact order for the benefit of all minor children. In this case, Additionally, the defendant has a lengthy history of failing to comply with the orders of the court. He has multiple convictions for failing to notify of his address related to his sex offender registration status. He has numerous parole violations and revocations, and in fact, from June of 2024 to February of 2026, he used all of his available sanction days on post-release control. He has no address, he has no job. I note in the pretrial services report, it indicates the McKinley Avenue address. He is not able to go back to that address, and it is the state's understanding there are minor children in that home. Based on the information the state has, we do not believe the Cornett Road address is legitimately his. Additionally, he indicates that he is employed at Longhorn Steakhouse in Lebanon. There is no Longhorn Steakhouse in the city of Lebanon. Additionally, he was out of prison for 3 days at the time this offense allegedly occurred. And based on the state's information, he is unemployed. Based on all of that, the state would be asking for a $1 million bond. In this case, we would additionally ask that if he were to make any monetary bail amount, that he be under strict electronically monitored house arrest.
The magistrate set Robert DeWeese's bail at $1 million. If he's able to post it, he'll be on electronic monitoring, and he is not allowed to have any contact with children. Since he has a public defender, it's unlikely he will be able to post that bail. We'll keep an eye on this case, and we'll let you know what happens. And that's it for this episode of Crime Fix. I'm Angenette Levy. Thanks so much for being with me. I'll see you back here next time.